Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Now we've had the opportunity to watch these inspiring young women deliver their perspective of what it means to be the difference. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our four judges. Natalie Woloszyn, founder of Fearless Females and our judge for passion. Claire Seeber, leadership expert and founder of Eating Your Cake Too and our judge for perspective. Bethan Winn, critical thinking expert and our judge for Rationale. And Emma Gibbens, general manager at the Museum of Freedom and Tolerance and TEDx speaker and curator, our judge for presentation. Today, our judges will be sharing their experience and feedback on the presentations, and afterwards, we will be announcing our three highly commended entries. Natalie, can you please tell us about yourself and what you were looking for with the entries and a little bit about your overall impressions?
Sure, thanks Karen. So I'm Natalie and I'm the founder of Fearless Females, a platform to empower young women with inspirational content and sharing powerful stories of career-driven women. So first of all, I'd like to say congratulations to you all. I can speak for everyone, I'm sure, that all the presentations were incredible and they're very, very passionate. So that is what I judged for the Be the Difference campaign. And that is to do with passion and how it'll be demonstrated in the conviction and emotion that was used throughout the presentation and talk. And also including the challenges and how those challenges impact you personally, as well as the importance of solutions. So throughout judging all of the talks, it became clear that all of you took so much thought and effort into researching each of those challenges, whether that you knew them before or not. And all the talks were quite compelling, fierce, passionate, and very authentic. And I really enjoyed listening to all the personal stories linked up to the challenges. There was one girl who also investigated and interviewed her own family and friends on their thoughts, so that going that extra step for that type of research, and all the honest thinking that was behind it. So yeah, it was very well done.
Excellent, thank you. And Claire, can you tell us a little bit about perspective, what you saw, your impressions, and about the work that you do?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Karen. I'm Claire, everybody, and I'm the founder of Eating Your Cake Too, as Karen mentioned at the start, and a leadership expert. What Eating Your Cake Too essentially does is work with leaders, particularly professional women, and we help drive self-awareness, drive confidence, drive courage to help them make better business decisions. My sort of area of judgment for the Be the Difference campaign was perspective. And I really got a lot out of looking at it from this lens, particularly given it's so multifaceted. And I did want to call out straight off the bat to all of you, I think what you've been able to achieve has been fantastic and hugely inspiring on a personal note. I think back to when I was in high school, and if I was sitting down and doing the same thing, I would have been immensely proud to be able to deliver some of the presentations that you guys have been able to. So well done. Hugely inspiring, and I look forward to seeing more from each of you as we continue on with the campaign. So when we talk specifically to perspective, I was really looking for multiple different lenses. And when we think about perspective, it's about, can I think about things from the lens of which I see the world from, but then what other, who else's shoes can I also put my feet in and imagine what it would be like for them. So I was really looking for that from a multi-layered perspective. And what I really enjoyed was seeing the vulnerability, the authenticity, and the honesty from a number of you around your personal experience, and whether that was even not knowing what imposter syndrome was before embarking on this research project. I thought that was a really fantastic perspective to share, and then talking about it and kind of taking the lens back more and more. So looking at it then from the perspective of family and friends, or the way that we've been sort of conditioned over the years to experience life in the school system, and then looking at from the perspective of local to national to international, talking about politicians and the impact that the behaviour in the government has on the way that we look at things. And I thought it was really impressive, and certainly the presentations that I sort of graded the highest were absolutely the ones that were able to bring in multiple perspectives and then draw it back into, based on all of these perspectives, this is what I've identified, this is what I've learned, and this is what I want to do about it. But overall, really impressive, really inspiring, and I cannot wait to see what else each and every one of you continue to deliver over the years to come.
Brilliant. Thanks, Claire. And Bethan, can you tell us about Rationale, what you were looking for, your experience and your overall impressions?
Sure. So hi, I'm Bethan Winn. Some of you would have seen my videos in your preparation for your talk. So you should already know, hopefully, that I was working with you on critical thinking, looking at biases, reflecting on the topic, doing some of your own research. And so that's really looking at the rationale, what I was looking for in the talks, and just echoing what the other two judges have already said, blown away by the quality of the presentations and the quality of the research that you were doing. Prior to running my own business, I used to teach university students, and the level that these girls are operating at was just outstanding, and university, if not, you know, adult kind of level of thinking and quality. So really I was looking for similar in some ways to what Claire was looking for, some different perspectives, but showing that you'd done some research, you'd looked into, you know, who are the leading thinkers in this field, or, you know, who are the experts who should be given a platform and we should draw upon when we're thinking about these, you know, really difficult, complex topics. So yeah, overall the impressions were amazing. We had a great mix of personal experience, but also experts brought in, statistics, showing that, you know, you'd really reflected on and done some of your own thinking on this, and fleshed out your sort of passionate response with some solid grounding and good evidence to back up what you were talking about. So yeah, amazing. Well done, girls.
Brilliant. Thanks, Bethan. And finally, Emma, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you were looking for, and your impression of the girls' presentations?
Yeah, thanks, Karen. I'm going to probably be echoing quite a number of things that have already been said. So I'll focus on my work at TEDx Perth. So at TEDx Perth, I'm in the curation team, which our role is to go out and find ideas worth spreading, select those speakers, and then get them stage ready in curating that idea. So I took the lens in this judging process of presentation, where I focus solely on the delivery of the content. So that's body language, that's posture, that's, you know, the content, that's how you deliver it, all the different sort of things that surround the content. And I think I definitely want to acknowledge that you all are the beginning of a speaking journey, right? And it's quite, I think it's often one of the harder pieces to get and to feel comfortable with. And so thank you all for giving it a go and doing such a great job in putting forward these ideas in the way that you did. Some of the things on the whole that went really well was the individual personal storytelling. We saw a lot of who you are behind the idea, and that's quite exceptional and really, it takes more courage than I think is, you know, it takes a lot of courage to do that. So thank you for bringing that. I thought you also brought your personalities, right? We could see the individual behind this idea who was delivering the talk. And that's so great to sort of put yourself into it and not just a robot who's spewing facts. Not that any of you were that, you know, it was really great that no one did it that way. Some of the things to improve are definitely getting into the body and there was some movement from some speakers who scored a bit higher, but I think particularly when you're so stressed about what to say, it's hard to get into the body and feel comfortable in delivering the content. So that's maybe a way to think about how to improve in that space. I also thought some of the higher scoring speakers did a really good job using their expressions, their tones, loud to quiet, to demonstrate some of the emotion or feeling that they hope to convey. And then the last piece I think that is a space to improve is the power of the pause. So often we put forward content in a big stream of information, and pausing can actually add emphasis, can add a bit of drama. And it, as a speaker, it's great to have a bit of space to breathe, hey. So yeah, so thank you all for putting these ideas forward. It was really great to collaborate with the judges in this process and with Karen and the schools.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Emma. And thanks also for that feedback, because that's incredible feedback for all students in terms of their presentation. Thank you for all of you, to all of our judges who you've all given up your time to review each of our presentations and give time to give your expertise and your feedback. The girls we've seen present today represent the selected talks for each school entry. As part of our pilot programme, we received 8 outstanding entries. The girls have been a part of a programme that has enabled them to learn about the challenges they face as young women, to explore the impact on their life, to think critically about their perspective and solutions, and to learn how to give a presentation. These girls were chosen among their peers to represent their schools, and the standard, as we've heard, was very high. Each of our presenters has demonstrated courage, passion, perspective, rationale, and presentation skills. And I can now share with you our 3 highly commended entries. Each of our judges awarded a mark out of 5, and these presentations, I'm about to tell you, received the highest overall scores. And therefore, in no particular order, I'm excited to share that our highly commended entries are Hannah from Peter Moyes Anglican College in Western Australia, Sophia from McKinnon Secondary College in Victoria, and Harper from St. Patrick's College in Townsville. Each girl will receive a copy of the inspiring book, Back Yourself, compiled by Peace Mitchell and Katie Garner and featuring some incredible women from across Australia, from the Women's Business Collective and Osmanpreneur Network. Each school will also receive an award to display in their school. Congratulations to the 3 girls for your incredible effort, and also for the amazing effort of all the girls who have taken part in this programme. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank our amazing experts and contributors for sharing the challenges and also for building skills, and our lead teachers for giving your girls the opportunity to grow through this process, to broaden horizons and to plant seeds. It's been an amazing experience, and I thank everybody who has been involved. But for now, I'd just like to thank one more time our amazing judges who are with us today. Thank you.
Thank you.